evening, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I was going to say Sunday because I'm so used to being here on a Sunday, not on a Tuesday. So I'm like, what's happening? So, hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to day 128 of Kickstart Summer 2025. And if you're here right now, um, give yourself a massive round of applause because it's been 128 days that you've committed to yourself, which is phenomenal. Even those of you who might not be here right now and you've still committed to yourself for the last 128 days, tap on the back, round of applause, round of applause. I tried to be funny. We've been away busy all weekend, but having fun, enjoying the summer, and enjoying time together.
And that's what this Kickstarter is all about. It's about celebrating not just the number, but the journey behind it. And you know what? Because 828, that's no accident. That's commitment. That means you were here trying to build your life. And for some of you who are also back, because I know it's September 2nd today, so September has begun, the fall has begun, children are back in school. So it's almost like a reset. Everybody's kind of in September.
It's almost like, you know what? Growing up, I always felt like September was the beginning of the new year, right? Even though it's January, but because school started in September, as a child, I always thought September is the beginning of the year, even though the year never followed. And I think still as an adult, I feel the same way, that September starts that season all over again. It starts that restart, that refresh that sometimes we need. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys an update of what we did this weekend because we did a ton, and there's more videos and more videos. And although we got to rest at the same time because it wasn't, but we're tired, of course. And every time you go away, we're tired. But there's more videos and more pictures to come. I think Nick has a lot more pictures to catch up. No, you're done pictures? I have a lot of videos to catch up on because the internet was not good enough for me to post any video. I posted one, and that one worked. The second video finally posted this afternoon on our way home because it took forever for it to even, it was just spinning all the time. So we'll have more videos and more shenanigans of what we went up to all weekend, but let's talk about it real quick. So on Friday, Lizette came over and she was coming with us. We were heading to Tobermory on Saturday morning. So we woke up Saturday morning and we drove to Tobermory. We were meeting with Lisa and Rob. Lisa and Rob are from Windsor. Lisa and Robert are from Windsor. They've been on all of our trips with us. They've been to the Dominican and to Mexico with us, and they were in Costa Rica with us as well just recently. And so it was fun. It was great time to be able to spend some time with just the two of them. We've seen them in Windsor a few times, just out to dinner, but to be with them for the last couple of days was great. We got to know each other even more. So on Saturday, when we got to Tobermory, they were renting this cottage, and it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful cottage. You walked out onto the back deck, and you were right at the water. And it was really funny because they kept telling us, this is really weird, guys. The water is extremely calm. And normally, I guess there's always waves there. We're like, sure, there's waves. Sure, there's
Apparently
waves.
They're coming tomorrow.
Apparently, the waves are arriving tomorrow because they weren't there for the last 3 days, and we kept bugging them about that. So we sat on the deck for a little bit, and then we sat by the campfire for the night, and it was just great just to sit down by the campfire.
Yeah, we were lucky because the area we were in, the level was at
no restrictions.
No restrictions, so we were able
to have a fire every single night we were there. Yep. And that's the one thing that Nick and I. Pardon me, I'm coughing. I've been coughing like this since Thursday night. But I'm not feeling sick. I'm still just coughing. I've got inhalers, so I'm good. But we get there, and so on Friday night, we got to sit by the fire. It was great. On Saturday morning, we woke up, Sunday morning, we woke up pretty early because we wanted to go check out Craig's Caves. And Greg's Caves were just absolutely, it was incredible. Like, we couldn't believe it. There was a hike to get there, mind you.
We have our hiking.
We had our hiking poles. So if you are a walker and you don't have walking poles, I would suggest it. Even if you're walking in the streets around your town, they're great to keep your balance. If you're not able to, if you feel like you're not as steady as you should be. We love them. We were so happy we brought them with us.
Yeah, we used them at Greg's Cave, and we used it today too when we went to the grotto. We'll talk about it in a bit.
So we went to Craig's Cave. We took some pictures and just enjoyed that there. And then we ended up going to Little Cove as well. Yeah. So we went to Little Cove.
Which is like a rocky beach full of stones.
All the pictures you've seen that Nick has posted of that clear water is Ontario, everybody. We were not in the tropics.
We're not into tropics.
We could not believe how clear and blue and teal this water was. It was very misleading because you don't see that very often, right? We normally see dark lakes. So after Craig's Greg's caves.
You keep saying Craig.
I always say Craig. After Greg's caves and the little cove, we went back to the cottage and we just had dinner and then spent the afternoon by the fire. The evening by the fire, afternoon and evening.
Yeah.
Because we got there at 4:00. By 4:00 at the back of the cottage, the sun would go down and it was chilly. We were like putting on our hoodies and our sweaters and our pants and socks. A few cocktails helped to keep us warm the first couple of nights, so that was very, very helpful. And then on Monday morning, we woke up and we decided to head into actual Tobermory. So
we had a booking for the
glass
flower pot island,
and
we were also we were on the Blue Heron glass bottom boat, so we were able to actually go over some shipwrecks in Tobermory, so we got to see that. So there's pictures of that online. And then we got to go to Flower Pot Island, which was my favorite thing we did this entire time we were there. I love Flower Pot Island. I wish we would have brought our bathing suits because the way the place is designed, it's almost like a staircase of stone. So you can actually walk into the water slowly and then like take steps down, almost like a pool. And the water was so clear that we knew that the fish were going to come bite our toes.
Exactly.
So,
and now that I see that Lisa and Rob are here, Nick just said that his favorite part of the weekend was Flower Pot Island. My favorite part was spending time with Lisa and Rob.
I didn't say my favorite part. I said my favorite excursion. Out of all the
I'm trying to get an invite for next year again, Nick.
Yeah, but you're trying to get me not invited.
You're invited. You're with me.
So we did that. We went to Flower Pot Island, which was amazing. The water there was so clear. It was cold, mind you. The water in Lake Huron is freezing. So we didn't get in, but I wish I would have brought my bathing suits because I think I would go in there.
And these were all treks. We're not going to say they were easy hikes.
They were hikes.
They were challenging. It was a challenging hike. We really enjoyed it, but it put us to a different type of hike that we're not used to doing because we walked in the city.
We saw no snakes.
No snakes.
No snake sightings.
We didn't see anything except
I'm telling you. We sent we sent the message before we get there. We said
memo.
We said nice weather, no rain.
No rain.
Okay. We said no waves, clear sailing on the river, on the water.
Didn't get any.
We said no bugs.
None.
No bugs.
One mosquito.
We asked for fires. We got our fires.
Yeah.
And no snakes.
No snakes.
And no snakes showed up.
Good food and good company.
Exactly. So it was great. Once we were done at the glass bottom boat, we came back and went back to the cottage. We had pasta and chicken for dinner. And then this morning, we woke up before we drove home. We actually went to the grotto, which again was a very tough hike. Let's just say my legs are still feeling it. My mom's over there with a heating pad on her back because she's still feeling it.
She's still feeling
it from the walk today.
And it's different because the little cove that we talked about earlier was nice rounded pebbles. But when you're at the grotto and when you're at Flower Pot Island, it was like stones, like these rocks, and they were not solid. They were wobbly. I was like, who was the contractor who did this interlocking stone? They didn't do a really good job. Nature. It was nature.
So we had a great time. Then after we visited the grotto, we went to see the Silent Sands, Singing Sands.
The Singing Sands.
Yeah, you wrote silent.
I wrote silent.
Singing
Close
Sands.
enough.
They were silent today.
We didn't
hear
even sing. We sang for them.
Yeah, we sang for them. So we did that. Then we packed up and headed home. It was a 4-hour drive. We didn't get home till 4. We got home at 4 today. And we just canceled Step tomorrow morning because we're both drained. So we both know that based on how we feel, tomorrow morning will not be doable.
I'm coughing right now.
So So we're going to sleep in tomorrow, but we have a class tomorrow night.
Yep.
Our first 5:30 p.m. classes are back starting tomorrow. So if you want to join us for Step tomorrow at 5:30, we will be online. And that was another thing I forgot to talk about is we were very industrious this last week. I'm injured. I'll show you guys on camera. I'm injured. They're not too bad now.
It's not that bad now, but it was bad when we left on Friday.
So on last week, our dryer, as you guys know, our dryer has knob is broken off. Maybe you don't know, but it broke off when we first moved in.
Yeah.
So we've been using pliers for like 6 years.
Well, we looked for a knob and we could never find a knob that fit the dryer.
So we've been using pliers for 6 years, and let's just say the pliers couldn't work anymore. The nubbin was gone. So I actually took apart the dryer. I know. Nick, who doesn't know how to use tools,
He
took apart the dryer.
The panel that was
That's why I cut up here and here. That was
Yeah.
number one. That's
But
been there first.
the thing is I was in a meeting that afternoon and I had a 4-hour meeting that afternoon that I could not leave. So we started together and then he continued and he was great. He went online, he found the part that we were missing. He ordered it. It came in the next day. And the next day we were, I'm going to say it. We were amazing lesbians because the lesbians can do everything. They are amazing. They can clean. They fix things that us gay men cannot do.
Yeah.
But
I did enjoy myself again while putting it back together. While pulling the dryer and machine, my arm landed on a rod, so I actually punctured my elbow on Friday. It got infected too while we were away. It was a little bumpy on Saturday, but now it's getting better. So I can't do this is why I can't do manual labor. I hurt myself, so that's why we hire people. I can't.
And I'm giving kudos to all those people, all those women, men out there who do handiwork. Power to every single one of you, because we are just not that handy. We need to hire people to do it. So that's why we love people who like doing it, right?
Exactly.
And who do it well. Exactly. Although I will give Nick kudos because he did a great job. He put everything back together, and our dryer now has a knob,
and it works.
And it actually has the. We're
gonna do a video about it because we feel very proud of the fact that we fixed something.
We fixed it.
It doesn't happen often in this house. We don't fix things. Yeah. So we fixed our oven too.
We did fix the oven too.
We fixed the oven once too.
And the freezer once.
Yeah.
So that one was makeshift. There was tape involved with the freezer.
Yeah, but we still fixed it.
But it fixed it temporarily. It doesn't work anymore. Well, it still works. The ice maker still makes ice, but it makes ice continuously. It never stops making ice, which is not a bad thing for us because we never usually have overflow.
We had Meow Talent Lynn here this weekend watching Keiko's.
Wow, he's on
in Peru.
Keiko's was here in spirit.
Yeah, she watched them while we were gone. She just left.
We kind of felt bad because technically there was enough room at the cabin to invite her with us, but we were like, we can't leave the cats alone now because she was already planning to watch the cats. But next time, maybe if Lisa and Rob want us back, maybe we'll convince them to let Lynn come in and come back next time.
So let's quickly, before we keep going to today's topic, let's take care of one little thing, everybody. Our KickStart contest. As you all know, your KickStart trackers were due at 4 p.m. Eastern time today, so I did it after 4. I grabbed everyone's names, and here we have the wheel. So again, I'm going to spin, and someone will win a $15 Amazon gift card for the month of August for all our Diamond members.
Who's it going to be? Oh, it was almost Donna, but it looks like it's Elizabeth. Yeah, and it was almost. I was like, it's Dawn Elizabeth.
So Elizabeth.
Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Congratulations. So I'm going to write that down.
Yes, because we almost forgot.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth, just stay tuned. I will be reaching out via email with your gift card. So congratulations.
And for September, you guys don't have to really track for the next 20-some days because it resets on September 22nd. On September 22nd, your stats will reset from scratch. So that means to get your diamond status for September, all you need to do is track from September 22nd to September 30th, 8 days. So you only have to track 8 days this month to be put into September contest. Okay, remember that.
Duct tape fixes everything. I saw that comment. That's the
we are also now at 272 people registered for KickStart Fall. Things are still growing. I'm still working on some more ads. I'm trying to post out there to get more people to join, but we have a lot of new members. Welcome them when you see them and encourage them to reach out to and to find your reach out to you guys. You guys are the experts at KickStart and how everything works. We also have sessions coming up. So on September 15th, the week of September 15th, we have 3 chats happening that week. The Tuesday chat will be a dashboard review. So we will go through the dashboard, how to use it, where to go to do everything. On the Thursday that week, so September 18th, I think it is, 16th and 18th, September 18th, I think. We will then be doing a session on commitments, how to find your commitments and how to really hone in on them. Then on September 21st is our KickStart kickoff session.
Good boy.
I thought I had it. all the ads and stuff, so I think I knew what it was. So on September 21st, we're gonna have our kickoff session, which is the night we're gonna kick off Kickstart, finalize our commitments, and on day one, which is September 22nd, we will kick off the new season. 105 days this time, everybody. 105 days brings us to January 4th, okay?
Yep.
We are getting through Christmas with this.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing commitments that we will try to get through Christmas with. Because I know that for us is a hard time of year to stay on track, to be accountable,
To stay
for
committed.
ourselves. To stay committed. It's difficult for us. So we're trying to do it this year with all of you in tow.
But let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about right now, okay? Let's talk about where we're at in these last 128 days. Is this saying coming into your brain? I'm sure some of you have maybe thought of this, going, "Wow, I can't believe I'm still doing this." Have any of you thought of that so far?
I tracked today for day 128, and I'm like, I can't believe I did that.
Saying it is a bad thing, it could be a good thing. Like, I can't believe I'm still doing this. Like, how proud you are of yourself for doing this. Because you need to be proud. So we've heard this from a lot of you. So, oh, I've never stuck to anything this long, right? So I want you to realize that that's not a coincidence. It's not, because how we created Kickstart, we built this all about community and not perfection, right? We're going to ingrain this in over and over. You're going to hear these words, community, not perfection. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you there. And make sure you always keep that at the forefront of your mind. Whenever you're doing anything, is just being proud of what you've been able to accomplish, no matter how small you may think it is.
And you think about it, day 128, you didn't need to be perfect all 128 days. You just needed to show up. And most of you did. I think everyone in this chat room tonight did in some way show up. You're here tonight, right? That's showing up. It doesn't mean you tracked all 128 days. That's not what this is about. If you didn't track, that's okay. If you came to chats, if you've been doing the daily step classes, if you've been doing a daily task, posting in a Facebook group, tracking, anything you've been doing as part of your Kickstart journey is part of what you've been doing and showing up for yourself in the last 128 days.
So just as a reminder, you're stronger than you think, okay? And if you made it this far, you can always keep going further. So keep that in mind. And what we want to talk about tonight, we're going to reflect on what we call is the ripple effect. What is this ripple effect? Let's do a little reflection on that.
Yeah, so think about this. What is something you've done during Kickstart that has surprised you? So I want you guys all to think right now, the last 128 days. What is there something that you've done that surprised you? You don't have to write it in chat tonight. This is self-reflection. We want you guys to think of this right now. What do you guys feel has changed, or what you've done that surprised you throughout Kickstart? What's something, here's another question for you guys. What's something you're proud of that has nothing to do with your weight or numbers? What are you proud of that you've done in the last 128 days that isn't weight related, but it's something else that you're proud of? It could be, hey, it's summer, I went for a walk every day.
Or I'm cooking more at home.
It could be, I did stuff this summer. Maybe you're someone that hasn't done thing in years. Now this summer you actually decided to go out and do some activities or do some visiting some different places.
Maybe it's I'm not talking to myself like a jerk anymore, right? Maybe you guys are using more positive affirmations towards yourself. Maybe you're saying, you're saying no to something that drains you. Maybe you're like actually able to use the word no now and not make it feel like it's a bad thing to say no.
And what we're trying to say is that whatever you've accomplished in the last 128 days, you need to be proud of what you've done so far to get yourself to this point. Because a lot of us might look 128 days. I know a lot of us are perfectionists, or we look at our summer and say, oh my God, I fell off the wagon. Who said that one time in the last maybe week or so, or 2 weeks? We've all maybe said it at some point. I fell off track, or I'm off the wagon, or I haven't been following my diet plan. All those key words that we always use. And why we're talking about this tonight is because no matter what you feel or tell yourself that you've not accomplished, there's always other things that you have accomplished. And we tend, as humans, to always look at the negative stuff, what we did not do right. And what we want you guys to think tonight is, what did I do well?
And because you know what? It's still not over. There's still time.
There's 20 days.
There's still 20 days left.
There's 20 days to go.
Right?
We have
another 120.
Yeah, we have 3 weeks together left for the fall. And this fall time is really we're preparing now for September.
Yeah.
We're preparing for the fall session. These next 3 weeks will all about us getting ready. We're going to start winding down the summer topics. Fall topics are going to start coming in. We're going to start discussing how we're going to prepare for the fall. Jean-Luc and I have to revisit our commitments as well. So we'll talk to you guys about this. Yeah, he has. I haven't yet. I already know what I'm doing with some of them because I already have some ideas of what I want to put in. But
we have a little mini challenge for all of you guys, okay? So we want you to do one thing. We want you to pick one thing that you let slide by in the last 120 days, maybe. One of those commitments that you're like, oh, well, I kind of never did it, but it was on my list. And you're like, I meant to do it. Or maybe it's one you did not as often at others.
I'll throw one of mine out.
Yeah.
One of mine is wake up at 6 a.m. I haven't done it once all summer.
Just a small
I'm gonna check that one once, maybe once or twice all summer.
Yeah.
So maybe this week.
What we're asking you to do for the next 7 days, okay? And starting today, you don't have to start because we're only telling you about today. So from today to the next Tuesday, for the next 7 days, consistently commit to that one thing.
The one you're struggling.
The one you're struggling with the most.
Don't worry about the other 9
Don't
or
worry
8, 7, 6,
just
whatever. Just worry on that one this week.
Yep.
Because maybe that's the one you're struggling with, and that's the one that needs more focus right now.
Yep.
And use the next 3 weeks to maybe work on that one so that when fall comes along, if this one is still your commitment, then maybe you'll already have a habit created somewhat for it, and it'll be easier for you to ease into fall.
And we would ask you to post it in the Facebook group, in the private, post it in the chats, post it on the website. Let us know how you're doing in those 7 days and what is the one thing that you struggled with. Not struggled, but you're committing to for the next 7 days.
So, on that note, we want to make sure that you guys are getting yourselves ready for the fall now. Okay, so next steps, now we're making you reflect on summer. We've had you look into what you've done 128 days. We've got you focused on what can you change, what one commitment can you stick to for the next 20 days, or 7 days, sorry, we said 7, not 20, 7 days.
Yeah.
Is there one that you can focus on in the next 7 days that you've been struggling with that you can maybe try to accomplish this next 7 days? And then once we're done that, next week on Tuesday, we're going to start discussions on, okay, did that 7 day...
Did just looking at it for 7 days make a difference?
Did it help you?
Right.
Did focusing on that one for 7 days change something for you? Mm-hmm. So as you're going through this week with that one commitment that you're trying to focus on, keep note of this. Remember this, because next Tuesday, we'll come back and bring back up this topic and ask you guys, okay, that one commitment now you guys focused on this week, how's it going? Did anything change? Because this is going to help us kind of walk us into the fall session, because commitments are a living, breathing thing. Exactly. They're not stagnant. Your life is changing consistently every day, all the time. So sometimes a commitment you had at the beginning of KickStart back 128 days ago might not be something you want to commit to now. Or maybe it was too hard to struggle or too hard to commit to all 128 days. But right now, you're like, you know what, Nick and Jean-Luc, I can do it for 7 days. I that one there that I said I couldn't do, I will do for 7 days. And then you're going to sit there and do it for 7 days.
Yeah.
And then let us know how it goes. Did you succeed? Did it not work out?
Exactly.
We'll discuss all this next week.
Definitely. And so as we're heading towards this like end of the summer KickStart, we want you to remind you of a few things, okay? Tracking still matters. Okay? It still matters, even though we only said you need to track from the 22nd to the 30th to be a part of the contest.
Track now.
Track every day still.
Practice,
it's still good to get that habit into play.
Yeah, especially if you haven't been doing it for a while and you're worried about restarting again. Mm-hmm. Maybe start now. Maybe not every day, but start slowly getting into the habit of tracking every day so you slowly get that habit back. And so when September rolls around, you can be right on it when it starts.
Yeah. Another thing is don't forget to use the data that we provide you with your actual scores, your KickStart scores.
And you know, this fall, the KickStart score has changed now. It's now based on, you get points based on what you complete every day.
And we'll talk about that more.
We'll talk about that when we have our fall kickoff.
Exactly.
We'll discuss that a bit more, but your score has changed now, so you guys will see that on the dashboard as well.
So the fall session is just around the corner, and we need to keep that momentum going. Keep it rolling. Don't stop now and think, oh, I'm going to wait till the 22nd.
We're not waiting.
We're not waiting till the 22nd.
We're not waiting.
We know the beginning of the new stats come out on the 22nd.
But we're not waiting.
But you can start thinking about these things now. and preparing yourself because you have all the tools. You have all the information you need to get yourself prepared for success.
All I want to yell is, what?
Everybody, if you don't know that movie, it's from
Scary Movie.
Oh yeah, or I Know What You Did Last Summer, technically.
But it was.
You're making fun of the parody.
Making fun of the parody.
Yes.
So
another thing that we want to remind you guys: don't forget to check in with your sidekicks.
Yeah.
Right.
Your
Those
accountability
people,
partners.
your accountability partners. Revisit your commitments again. Give yourself credit for everything you've done and all the growth that you've actually accomplished, and don't think about that scale, right? Because sometimes your growth won't show up on the scale. You have to really remember that, right?
Remember, I talked about last week how my major breakthrough for the summer is that I stayed within the same weight range. You know, I didn't gain, I didn't lose, but I didn't gain. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did last summer. Last summer, I gained 60 pounds at least because of what I was going through in terms of my mental health and losing Keikos and him going through what he was, and all of us, everything we were going through last year made me not care about myself. And so I just ate food and didn't care. Whereas this year, I decided I do care about myself. I'm in a much better mental health state this year. So I purposefully all summer tried my best not to just jump over the edge and do whatever I wanted. I still maintained some control when I could. Now, mind you, wasn't that controlled. I had to put my foot down a bit more for fall because we both want to do this. We both are wanting to put our foot down. But each of you have your own journey. Some of you have been super all summer. You've been tracking, you've been doing your commitments, you've lost weight, you've done amazing all summer, which is amazing. But some of us have not. And that's okay as well. Because all we're doing here, KickStart is not here to make you feel like, oh my God, you're
someone's
horrible.
better than anybody else.
That person's so much better than you. No, it has nothing to do with that. We're all here supporting each other on our journey that we all want to be a better person.
Yeah.
Does not matter what it is. It could be, I want to be a better person in how I help others. I want to be a better person in my own mental health. I want to be a better person in terms of how I treat myself. And I want to be healthier. Maybe that's all the things you want to do. But all of us are here just to support each other and help us along and improve our lives.
Exactly. And we've made it through the last 128 days, right? We've all survived the last 128 days. And I can guarantee they all haven't been smooth sailing for all of us. We've all experienced things in the last 128 days that have been difficult. I've lost my dad. You might have lost a loved one.
You might have gotten diagnosis.
You might have been sick. So many things. But guess what? I don't even want to hear. We had wrote, let's finish strong. No, I don't want to finish strong. I want to continue strong because that's what it's about.
I want to finish.
It's no finishing. It doesn't finish.
I want to continue.
It continues. So that's what I want to tell you guys all is to continue strong. Don't finish strong because this journey never ends.
On that note, we have our show next Tuesday coming up.
Yep.
And then after that, we have 3 shows, I think, after that. So I'll send it out in the calendar. You guys will get an email for the next sessions. I can't remember right now because I don't have the schedule in front of me. And also the KickStart books are all available for you to purchase. So if any of you are looking for your KickStart books, if you weren't sure where to find them, just go to jeanlucandnick.com/books. And there you'll find the 3 options, which are the KickStart Weekly Tracker, the KickStart Journal, which is a full journal with every single day of KickStart. All 105 days are accounted for. Or you can also get the orientation guide if you're new to KickStart and you're not sure what to do and you're not sure where to go and the website, you're confused. The orientation guide will walk you through everything in a detailed manner so you understand where to go and what to do throughout KickStart. We're here to help you guys. So if these tools are not helping, just reach out to us and we will be able to help you. And right here is, it's on my tray, the other one. So right here is the orientation guide. So for those of you wondering, it's a thin book. It has exercises in here. It explains to you the dashboard, how to create your commitments. It goes through all that detail in this book. This book here is your journal. It's a thick one. It's a thick book because this book has every single day of KickStart throughout the entire 105 days. It even has Thanksgiving, and I was able to put all the holidays in there this time. So the whole book is there for you guys.
This one here is your weekly commitment tracker only. So all this gives you is your actually weekly tracker. It also gives you where you can track your measurements, so on and so forth, and then all the links that you need for your days, as well as some extra reflection note pages. So this is a lot smaller of a book because everybody tracks differently, and there's not one method of tracking that is better than another.
No, we just want to provide all the tools so you guys can pick what works for you. Because I know Jean-Luc and I, our summer book is empty.
Except for the weekly tracker part.
Empty, tracked. Which is, not needed for us. We prefer the weekly book. But you could be a person that's a journaler.
And you need that space to actually write things out.
Yeah.
And you are the type of person that likes to go back and reread things that you've written. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So always keep that in mind. Make this work for you, not against you. So on that note, have a great night, everybody live.
Yeah.
And we hope you have a fantastic evening. We are off to another weekend this weekend. We're heading to Rustic Mama on Friday, Friday to Sunday. So we're gone again this weekend. We're gone almost every weekend for the next 6 weekends in a row.
We're gone. We're very busy for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I confirmed our next chat is Tuesday, September 9th. It's next Tuesday, so we'll see you guys next Tuesday unless you come join us in step class because our schedule is starting back up this week. We're going to have morning and evening classes, and then slowly we're going to be back full schedule when KickStart starts in the next 2 weeks. So on that note, we'll end the live feeds. We'll stay in Zoom for a few seconds to answer any questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Have a great night.
We're both tired. We might go to bed right after this. Okay, ready? Oh, they're still on. Sorry, let's turn them off first.
Bye, everybody.